All right, what's going on? Michael Kittinger here with Fractal-CRM. Whew, happy Friday, everybody. And first off, I apologize. It has been a while since I have updated everybody on all the amazing features. And that is totally my bad. That is on me. We've been so busy rolling out new things that I have not been sharing them with you. So let me just kind of dive in and show you all the different things that have been rolling out on the platform. And certainly, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out. All right, so many cool things, and I'm trying to remember where the last update was, but let me just kind of, I'm just going to kind of go through each of these conversations. Again, you've got, you can hook up your Google My Business, you can hook up Instagram, your Facebook page, your all sorts of things, and any messages come in, they come in here, or you can have it set up. You can set up a chat widget, and then you can filter and all that. This continues to get better where you can filter. Filtering by user is also coming soon. So that's really, really awesome. Okay. Let me go under contacts. Again, you can filter by all sorts of information, including attribution, custom fields, all of that fun stuff. We've tried to organize it a little better so it's easier to use. Most use contact information, etc. So some of this may be a little, uh, you may already be used to it, but anyways, you can now, if you delete contacts, you can restore them. So we now have a restore functionality, which is really awesome. You can assign tasks, and again, I'll get to more of that in a minute. But we now have a task. So instead of it like just being on your dashboard, and even though you were assigning tasks, like it was really hard to actually use the task for anything meaningful. There's now a separate section where you can see you can create tasks, you can assign them to team members or to a contact. So and save it, and then once you're in here, you can then filter by who it's assigned to, by the contact, what status is it at. So is it pending? Has it been completed? Is there a due date? So now it's really more of a like functioning CRM where again you can assign tasks to either contacts or to team members, and you can now see and it's actually now usable, I guess is what I'm saying. So really great job on the development team for for putting this together. Of course, you can create custom fields and all that, manage smart lists. So smart lists, just as a recap real quick, with a smart list, what you could do is create a smart list for people who have become clients or people who are hot leads. And then when you run a marketing campaign or broadcast to them, you can just send it to that smart list. So it's just a way of segmenting. Some softwares have where you create like multiple lists. And so you have like a marketing list or a client list well, here you don't have multiple lists. We just use smart lists. So it's all one, and you can just pick and choose and all that. So that is awesome. So restoring contacts, deleted contacts is a big one. And then again, the task is another big one. Opportunities, again, this is your pipeline. Instead of going to settings to manage your pipelines, you can now just come right here and you can, update, manage your pipeline, add stages, all that. So again, we're making it a lot more user friendly with fewer clicks to actually do the things you want to do. And as always, these are drag and drop, and you can set up custom workflows and automations for that as well. So that's super cool. That is all together now. And again, I'm kind of just doing a big brain dump run through. Certainly, if you have questions or you want more information, you can click the question mark up here, and it accesses the help library. And then again, if there's something that is not in the help library, go there first, but then you can click contact us and get your questions answered that way as well. Okay, so going on. So this is really cool. I'm super excited about this. This was actually rolled out a couple months ago. Once again, I do apologize for this. Sorry. Actually, there's several things here under payments. First of all, we now have a section called payments. You can now do invoicing within Fractal CRM. So you can do all of your invoicing to clients and everything. You don't need a third party, a separate party, to do invoicing. So it's super awesome. Just I think it was last week we rolled out where you can do recurring. So you can now do recurring invoices, or single one-time invoices, but you can put your logo, you can, put the service, the date, all that. And the cool thing is now it's all, again, it's all now all on this one hub where you can see all your stuff, the customer that paid it, etc. And then of course you can delete it right there. So this is just straight up like invoice somebody for X amount or X amount every single month. Really cool. Okay, let me move on. So before, products are the things you actually sell, right? Like your product or service. Before the products were set up on the individual funnel level. So let's say you had, but a lot of times you may have multiple funnels selling the same product, right? Like you're just using different ways to get people in. So we've taken the products from a funnel level to a global level now. Super, super pumped about this. Let me show you real quick. So now when you create a product, best product, is it a service, a physical good, a digital good? I'll just put it's a digital good. You can update the descriptor, pricing test, so you can have multiple pricing now for like one product. So let's say you had a coaching service. You could have your normal rate, you could have the fast action bonus price, you can now have like multiple prices. So I'm just gonna put price 1, and once again you can have this one time or recurring. I'm just gonna put $50. The other cool thing is if it's recurring, you can actually have a setup fee. So sometimes, and I'll tell you so I run a couple different businesses, Fractal-CRM being one of them. I guess not so much with this one, although we've been talking about it, but with most of my other businesses, we have moved to a setup fee and then monthly recurring. So a little bit higher on the setup fee. Like in our coaching program, a higher setup fee where we have the kickoff call, we set up their CRM, and we do a lot of stuff on the front end. And then the monthly recurring is just ongoing support. So it doesn't need to be as expensive. So now you can have a $1,500 setup fee. If you do this, you will want to put this in for like 30 days. Otherwise, they'll get charged the setup fee and the first month's fee at the same time. So you want to put this in for like a 30-day trial period. So they'll get hit with the setup fee now, and then the actual monthly will kick in after 30 days, 31 days, what have you. So that's exciting. So that's all set up now. I'll show you real quick. So now you create the product. And again, you can have, so if I come in here under testing, let me hide this real quick. So again, you can have multiple pricing now. So you can have tiers, it's multiple pricing options. The other thing I will say, probably we're shooting for the end of the quarter, maybe even by the end of next week. But we're really shooting by the end of the month, end of the quarter here. Under your pricing, or under when you set up products, you're going to be able to limit quantities, both in terms of the number that somebody could purchase in one time, and then the total amount available. So let's say somebody, you've got you're selling a physical product, a t-shirt, something like that, and you have a sale going on, but you want to limit it to, 3 per customer, right? So that would be a customer quantity limit. But then maybe you only have 100 available. So that would be a global quantity limit. So both of those should be rolling out here again by the end of the month, if not sooner. Super excited about that. Not just physical products, if you're selling an event, a lot of times you're only gonna have like 50 tickets or 100 tickets, or maybe, and then you can have it like early bird special, only available for, the first 10 people or 15 people. And then, so you can have your multiple pricing tiers with quantities attached. So super pumped about that. And again, that'll be rolling out here before should be by the end of the month, if not sooner, which would be really awesome. So let me kind of go back. Now you can see your orders. This is also really cool. So this is going to be a running list of like all the orders and everything. So source. So now, again, now that the product's on a global level, we can now break it down though and see all the individual components. So let's say you have a product here. We can now search from, you can now see like all the ones in a specific funnel. You can see all the ones that came through your website. Like if you've set up a website on here, so you can get a lot of detailed information. So those are your orders. Then transactions. So these are the individual transactions. If you need to like refund somebody or if you need to get more information on it. So orders are more like, again, kind of bigger ticket, like the date, the price, the where it came from. And then transactions are like details of the individual transaction. So super pumped about that. Tax settings, this was a big one, especially some European countries and different things where you have a mandatory tax, the VAT, I think it's VAT tax and everything. So now VAT, I don't even know what it is, but we'll say it's 8%. Boom, you can now add a tax and add that to all of your and add it to your products. So super, super exciting about that. That was a big, that was a huge addition there. So again, now you have products and everything. I will show you here in a minute where you now put those products on individual pages and everything. But so this was huge. So invoices are brand new, global products, being able to add additional taxes or tax on it, whether it's a sales tax, whatever, local, national, international, whatever type tax, all that. So, and you can come here to integrations and integrate Stripe. Stripe is what we recommend. You can do PayPal. PayPal does have some limitations, so we definitely recommend you use Stripe. And we are looking at adding one other besides Stripe, because I know, especially if you get into some large dollar amounts and different things, or if you have over, I think it's a 1% or 2% refund rate, like Stripe will hold your funds and shut you down. So we're looking at some additional integrations there. Okay, so that's payments. Again, this is a little bit longer video, but I'm going to start doing these every Friday or more regularly as things roll out. But I kind of wanted to give you just a information overload, information dump. So this was another big one that we rolled out recently, social media planning. So now you can connect your social media accounts and actually schedule your posts or make your posts inside of here. Again, this is our goal, is to be kind of that all-in-one hub for you. So Facebook, Instagram, Google My Business, and LinkedIn are the ones currently set up. We will be adding more and more. Now I'm drawing Twitter, I don't know, TikTok, man, drawing a total blank. Of course, I don't use some of these, but WhatsApp. So we're going to be using Telegram. There's going to be a number of them that'll be dropping here, and we keep adding them. But now you can save all your posts right here. So you just need to connect the accounts. So once you connect them, then you can actually schedule your posts in here. So that is awesome. Social planner, again, you can schedule all your posts out in here. All right, so then we have emails. You've got campaigns and templates. So the difference here being, like, if you want to pretty up an email, if you want a pretty email, you want to do, you'll first create it as a template. And you can see we have several different styles to choose from just right off the gate. So like if you're using the membership site, you can choose a welcome email, a promotional email. If you do shopping cart, these two are for Shopify. If you have a shopping cart and everything, order confirmation, and then abandoned checkout. So you can use these. You can also build your own. It's very simple. So once you have your templates and stuff, you can then create a campaign. Now, let me back out. So you create the email you're going to send as a template. Now, what I have typically do is I will create like you can create folders. So you could have a weekly newsletter folder, and then in there you're just going to duplicate the prior week. You create one template, and then you just duplicate it every week with the updated information. But you could do like a newsletter one. You could do a onboarding folder and put all your onboarding ones in there. So you create the email template here, and then campaigns. So these are more like your email blasts. So I'll show you real quick. Email campaign. You can title the campaign. Let's say we just want to use this one. which I don't know if it will. Okay, yeah. So select your editing. So we want to do this, and then we're just gonna select. This was the blank one. So then we can create it. Da 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 da. You can come here and you can. Oh yeah, we've moved a couple things, so I apologize. Settings used to be here and all, but now you just come send or schedule. You select which contacts you want to schedule it for, and this is where, like, if you have tags or if you have smart contacts, so send to a smart contact. The smart contact is where it's a dynamic list. So let's say you have somebody come on board, and after 90 days that tag is removed from their account. Well, you don't have to manually add them to a list or remove them from a list or what have you. You can create one smart contact that does all that for you. So, or smart list. Again, from to subject line, we now have the preview text. So we didn't have this before, but when you get an email, like a lot of times you can see the first like line or two. Well, now you can have your preview text be even different than the start of the email. So this is campaigns here are for broadcast emails. So these are like your one-time kind of big blast type emails or weekly emails kind of things. They're not in a workflow is what I'm saying. So that is that. Automations. This is super excited here. This is the like the workflows, the automation side. Again, you can create folders and everything. So let's, I'll just show you a quick, I think this is one. So here, mark sold as an opportunity as one. So if the opportunity stage is changed to sold, basically it will mark the status as one, and then you can also set it up. And we have so many triggers and stuff now. So, you can send the contact an email or text or voicemail or any what have you. You can send an internal notification. So I use this all the time for our stuff where I'll add to the workflow, just send an SMS notification. You can either do like a particular number or a user or assigned user. And so I will just put in my phone number and it'll be like, hey, so-and-so signed up for this. So-and-so bought this product. And again, it's not so much that I need to know all the details, but I can kind of keep a running flow of with text messages of just kind of what's going on in my different account. Don't worry, not your accounts, but like in my different accounts and things like that. So, but yeah, you can do like, here's a reactivation campaign. So you send a text, 37 minutes later, you send an email. Did they reply? So you can do waits, you can do if-thens, all that stuff. Did they reply? Yes. Then we're going to create an opportunity, probably notify the sales team or what have you. Hey, be sure to go reach out to this person. If they didn't, then you can either continue down. So like the next day, send a voicemail, and the other cool thing is that was added a little while ago, but you may not realize. So you can now have go-to. So like, let's say you have more of a flow where it's like, did the contact reply? No. Wait 24 hours, send an email. Then another, did the contact reply? No. Keep going. And you can have the no just keep going where they continue to get followed up with. But at any point, if there is a yes, so then if there is a yes, what you can do is you can actually just, instead of having to repeat this yes side, you can just say save action. And so anytime there's a yes in this whole flow of no's, I just want it to go here. So now this was removed from workflow, but you get the idea. So you can now jump to different spots. So that's one thing that's really cool. Another thing that it's not fully built out in terms of like, you would have to add it as like a custom field for a contact, which could be like, customer score, something like that. Sometimes some CRMs have like a scoring system, but you can do math operations now. So let's say you set up a custom field called, I don't know, like customer score, customer value, or what have you. And you can have it set up so like if they reply to an email, they get a one, they get 1 point. If they schedule a call, they get 10 points or 100 points. If they become a client. And so you can have different scores, and you can now use math operations to just add it in. So that's one thing you can do. The other thing you can do is set the date. So like, let's say you want to send something from the current date. You could have it set up so that it's okay. I want to add 7 days to the current date, and then proceed with X, Y, and Z. So you could do that as well. I don't have a custom field to necessarily show you, but so there's now math operations in there. So that's super excited as well. Okay, let me go through just a couple more things real quick that I am absolutely stoked about. This was a big one. You still have the funnels. You got tons of funnels here. Different categories you can now choose from. I think these should all be available. If not, let us know, and we can help always build one out for you. So you have different templates, but and then you have your website and everything. But here is a big one that we have been asked so many times for. It is finally here. Now, I will say, keep in mind that when we roll stuff out, we usually do minimum viable product. So, we're like, there'll be more enhancements here, especially over the coming weeks and next couple months. But super excited to announce we now have blogs. Yes, you can now drop blogs in your website or your funnel. Super awesome. So I'll show you real quick. Let me just come in here. Let's say you have a funnel. And again, there's help documents and all that. If you do need any help. But let me show you real quick what this looks like. So there is now let's see. There it is. Okay. Blog. I must not have seen it. So this is going to be your actual your layout. So it's dynamic. So as you create new blog posts, this automatically gets updated. You can do standard, you can do compact, where a little less information. So tons of stuff. Do you want more stories? Under advanced, you can do spacing, shadows, a couple different things there. Again, kind of minimum viable product. And we'll, we're going to soon have categories. We're going to have where you can show the only specific categories and everything. So all sorts of awesome stuff. So once you have this piece on the page you want to show your blog, of course, this is not going to make sense showing it on some random funnel here, but let me show you. Real quick. You can then come to blog, and you can create a blog post. Test blog. Upload a blog image. Create post. Boom! Look at that. Blogs. What? Super awesome. Other thing, real quick, while right here showing you this, you may have noticed before, like when you click on like an element or a row or a column in the website, or funnel builder, what have you, like the bold strike through, like it would pop up right above the section you were working on. Now we made it universal so that all of your type formatting stuff is now across the top here on every page. So blogs, funnels, all that, which is really cool. So like, especially as you get into like SEO and stuff, you can now do, header ones, header twos, header threes, paragraphs. You can now do all of that stuff. You can do strike throughs, indent. As you saw down here, you now have checklists. So there's now the checklist. The other cool thing, and let me see. Okay, well, I'm not going to worry about it right this second, but you can insert videos, all that fun stuff. The other thing, let me see if it's on the funnel here. I think we rolled it out. I think it's out of test. If it's not, I do apologize. It will be very shortly, but I think it's out of testing, and I think we at least have the MVP out here for use. So so you have the blog post. Yes. Okay. This was another one. I'm glad. Whew, man, glad it was here. We now have frequently asked questions. Before you had to use code. Now you can have where, it's drop downs. So you can have it separate, contained, what have you, check mark, simple. But totally awesome. So, before, like, now, and it can be frequently asked questions. It can be, what have you, but you can now do drop downs. So you see here, you just click it and it does the drop down, and then you can come in here and you can edit it whatever you want, add pictures, all that fun stuff, delete pictures. So again, this is kind of minimum viable. So show image, don't show image. And if you can do all that, again, it's we'll continue to update this. This is kind of again, we, minimum viable product to get it out here. We make sure it's not broken or anything. And then we put it out here, but you can do all this. You can add links. So you now have, not only do you have blogs, but you also now have like FAQs that you can totally use now. So super excited about that. Again, that is another big request that we had. So, okay, let me see. And this is already getting to be a little bit longer, so I think I'm going to wrap it up here. Let me just make sure there's no other just big things to we did pay. I kind of ran through all of it. Again, we've been super busy building this stuff out for you, adding new features and everything. I'm just seeing if there is any other thing real quick that I think that's domains, URL redirects. We've had this, but in case integrations. Anyways, so, okay, URL redirects, you can just quickly add a redirect. You don't need to go into your DNS settings and do all that. Phone numbers, reputation management, man, so much good stuff here. But yeah, so the bloggings, the FAQs, the global level products, the social media planner is now. So those are like the big ones. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I do apologize that I have not been as good about giving these updates. We are things are rolling out all the time. I am going to try and get a lot better at it, so I don't have to do one 30-minute brain dump or information overload. You now have, there'll be regular updates. So super excited. I appreciate you using the system. Roadmap. Let me talk real quick about the roadmap. The other couple things. Okay, so the blogs and the blog is out. The categories and being able to show just specific blog categories on certain pages should be out by the end of the month. You could also use this for like podcasts, right? So you can still use the blog function, have a category be podcast, things like that. So we're playing around with that some, but again, I'm not sure if we're gonna have a separate podcast feature, but if not, you can use the blog section, tool, if you will, functionality to create your podcasts and your podcast lists and everything. But end of the month, so we'll have categories. We should have categories and all that. Affiliates, so you will be able to run actually your like affiliate marketing. If you're have affiliates for your software or your program, what have you. That I think is supposed to be out by the end of the month, and I'm super excited about that because now, as a Fractal-CRM user, you can now start selling the software and earning an affiliate commission. So you can actually get paid to refer other people to the system, to the platform. So super excited about the affiliate stuff. There's a lot more coming, but it is a Friday afternoon and I'm just kind of brain dead at this point. I can't really, nothing's popping in my head, but is what it is. But so many cool features. We appreciate you as a Fractal-CRM user. Certainly if there's other people, other businesses that show them, recommend, have them sign up for a demo or a call, and we will walk them through it. And have a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks, guys.